You don't fail because you lack motivation, you fail because your habits are working against you. Today, you'll learn how to flip the system. Every single action you repeat becomes a habit. And every one of those habits is quietly, invisibly shaping your future. The book, The Power of Habit, dives deep into why habits exist, how they control our behavior, and most importantly, how you can reprogram them to build discipline, confidence, and achieve long-term success. If you've ever felt stuck in a loop, this is your way out. Let's start with a core idea. Habits run on autopilot until you decide to take the wheel. Think about it. Brushing your teeth, checking your phone, driving to work, you don't actively decide to do these things. They just happen. That's your brain being efficient, saving precious mental energy. Once a habit is formed, it runs automatically, whether it helps you or hurts you. This leads to a crucial insight for self-improvement. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are simply running on unconscious systems that were built over time. The very first step to building discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do something. It's about becoming aware of the automatic scripts you're already following. Awareness gives you back the control you thought you'd lost. So, how do we gain that control? By understanding the habit loop. Every single habit, good or bad, follows a simple three-step pattern: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. It could be a time of day, a feeling, a location, or even the person you're with. The routine is the action itself, the behavior you perform. And the reward is what your brain gets out of it. The feeling of satisfaction that reinforces the loop and makes it more likely to happen again. Here's the game changer. To change a bad habit, you don't need to fight the urge or resist the cue. That's exhausting and often fails. Instead, you keep the same cue and the same reward, but you consciously change the routine in the middle. For example, if your cue is feeling stressed at 3 p.m. and your routine is to grab a sugary snack for the reward of a quick energy boost, you can change the routine. When you feel that 3 p.m. stress, instead of eating a cookie, you could do a 5-minute walk or a few quick stretches. You still get a reward, a mental break, and a burst of energy, but you've replaced a negative habit with a positive one. This simple switch removes the guilt and builds a powerful sense of control. Now, a lot of people think that making these changes requires a massive amount of willpower. But here's the secret. Willpower isn't something you're born with. It's a muscle you can train. Just like lifting weights, the more you practice small acts of discipline, the stronger your overall self-control becomes. It's not about making a heroic effort once a month. It's about the small, consistent wins. So start small. Be consistent. And most importantly, keep the promises you make to yourself. Every time you follow through on a tiny commitment, you are providing daily proof to your brain that you are someone who has discipline. That's how it grows. This brings us to the idea of keystone habits. Some habits are more powerful than others. They create positive chain reactions that spill over into every other area of your life. Think about it. When you start exercising regularly, you tend to eat better, sleep better, and feel more productive at work. When you develop a morning routine, you start your day with intention and focus instead of chaos. Other keystone habits include planning your day the night before or reading for just 15 minutes daily. You don't need to change everything at once. Focus on building just one keystone habit. As you do, you'll find that your confidence, your focus, and your productivity all start to rise together almost effortlessly. It's the ultimate life hack for self-improvement. But the real secret behind lasting habit change isn't just about loops and keystone habits, it's about identity. Lasting change only happens when your habits align with the person you believe yourself to be. Instead of saying, "I want to be a disciplined person," you need to start telling yourself, "I am a disciplined person." Then your actions will naturally follow. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and those systems are built on your identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. And remember, small habits create massive results. We often overestimate the importance of one big moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis. A 1% improvement each day might not feel like much, but over a year it compounds into something extraordinary. Your habits compound silently in the background. Progress always beats perfection, consistency always beats intensity, and a good system always beats raw motivation. In the end, the power of habit teaches one life-changing truth. If you change your habits, you will change your life, not overnight, not through a sudden burst of motivation, but through small, disciplined actions, repeated day after day. Your future isn't built in a single moment of triumph. It's built one habit at a time, starting right now. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, consider subscribing for more insights on building a better life.